the writing and the characters and the depth of the acting. So I'm just happy to be invited to play. Saul?
What is it? 93% of the people who are in SAG make under $10,000 a year. Just a sobering fact. It's the lowest paid of all the unions in North America, actors. They're going to make their money elsewhere, but not because of their SAG cards. So there's, very few of us that actually make a living. I'm not talking about superstars, I'm just talking about working actors. So for guest star roles, it's great. Actors of this caliber are offered the roles. They don't, very rarely are they offering roles, unless it's to movie stars or people who have already been big stars on television in their own series. We have to audition for our roles. We have to test for our roles. Once you've passed an audition process, why? Because they're going to be spending millions of dollars. And also, on the character, they need to know if the chemistry's right. And so actors, many actors, that when we go to a meeting, we've decided that we're going to go. We've decided that this is something that we want to do. We're not going to accept all auditions, that's true. But when we decided to go, we're going to see in the room very well-known faces, Academy Award nominees sometimes, that we're up against, and that we have to go through. And in my situation, I didn't even know about this show. The pilot had gotten written, it had gotten not finished because of the writer's strike in 2007, 2008, and my manager wanted me to audition for this. They wouldn't see me for it. They thought, as much as they liked me as an actor, they thought I was wrong for Artie. And it wasn't until they had tested a number of people and it wasn't working for them for one reason or another.
Who was the guy?
I'd rather not say, but it was an actor. There were actors, really good actors, who were up for the role. Really good actors. But you know what their problem was? It wasn't that the actors were so much wrong for it. Is they had gone through a number of writers, starting with Jane Espenson and Ron Moore, and now they were with David Simpkins, and they hadn't really figured out who Artie was. And they were kind of waiting for an actor to come in and tell them. And then I came in and did something that's gotten me into a lot of trouble in the past, which was, and sometimes it's worked, but it was really the truth. I went in, I read it, I thought it was really imaginative. I was only reading a 2-hour movie, which was the pilot that I guess you guys have seen. And it was imaginative, it was really fun. I had heard that Eddie was cast, that Joanna was cast, 2 wonderful actors, and it looked like it was going to be a great series. I wanted to see where it was shooting. It was difficult for me because I was at that time living in LA, shooting in Toronto. I still had kids in school. You have to make those kinds of decisions. You guys want to know this stuff, right? So I'm telling you. And because it's not just romance. Well, maybe you don't. I mean, I can tell you. You do, right?
We do, yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because it's we have to make a living. We're the same as you. We're looking for, it's tough. So I said, yes, it's worth it. I'd have to be away from my family. It's going to shoot in Toronto if it goes to series. But they haven't figured out who this character is. So when I went in, and I think I was suggested by the head of the network by that time, by Mark Stern, who I'd worked with before in other sci-fi shows. I think he was because I had done Psych and because I had already done an episode of Eureka in his first season, and they knew me. And when I went in, I said to David Simpkins, who was the writer of this episode, I said, there's a room full of actors out there, all of whom are great. To get to this level, they're already great. You could throw a stone and cast a great actor. Also, we all know that you've got an option on a certain actor who's also great, and if you don't find him, that's who you're going to cast. We know who that is. And he said, you do? He said, of course, it's a small community of working people. We all know. But your problem is that you haven't got a character here yet. And I don't want to insult anybody, I don't want to be presumptuous, but I have to improvise 10, 15, 20% of this. Because, but if you don't want that, if you don't want me to do that, if that's going to, ruffle your feathers, then I'll go, because I can't do this character. I can't do it to please you guys. I'm going to have to create something here. So no, that's cool. And by the way, if I've done this 10 or 15 times, they always go, no, that's cool. And after I leave, they go, the hell was he thinking? and that's happened a lot. That's happened to all of us, right? So you really have to bring yourself to the situation. You can't go to these meetings. You can't go to any of these meetings looking to please other people. You have to go there knowing that you've got to please yourself. You've got to figure this out. And you also have to look at them and say, are these people that I want to work with for years and years and years? And when you're supporting a family, that's a hard thing to make a decision to do, right? So I improvised 10, 15, 20% of this because to me, Artie was not, they had written a much more welcoming, kind of master of ceremonies kind of guy. And I was like in the middle of doing a scene and I'd go, well, sorry, that, I'd do that. And I'd have other agenda, I'd say, welcome to Warehouse 13. Yeah, welcome to Warehouse 13. and I'd not be so happy about the fact that these characters were there, knowing that they might